Hey, good morning or afternoon or whatever it is where you are. Good something. I hope y'all had a good weekend, though. Mine was okay, working. All right, so we've made it back to Monday. We're going to play some more Dragonage Origins today and tomorrow. Of course, if you are not quite sure where we're at, there's also a playlist you can catch up when you are able. Then Wednesday and Thursday, let me look at the calendar here real quick. All right. Probably going to have to cancel. Excuse me. Wednesday and Thursday. We'll have to see. I might do a makeup day on the 10th, on Friday. My wife has a doctor's appointment on both Wednesday and Thursday regarding the baby. For those of you who may not know, my wife is pregnant with our third child, and they're wanting to do a ultrasound on Wednesday and then another appointment on Thursday. So we'll see how it goes. Give me a second. I got a text message from my boss, my supervisor. It says, sorry about that. So yes, we have doctor's appointment on Wednesday and Thursday. So what I might do is we'll play Final Fantasy V on Friday, and which we might actually finish the game on Friday because we're like right at the end. There's like some optional bosses that are kicking our asses, and we can't really beat them at this point because we're not really high enough in level. But they tend to make these optional bosses more powerful than the actual boss of the game. So might not worry about it. I don't think you really get anything special besides the fact that you beat them. So we're gonna forget about them. We're not gonna worry about them. We're gonna move on to the main boss. And if we finish the game, then the next day we will move on to Final Fantasy VII. We've already done 6. So if you would like to watch 6, there should be a playlist for that as well. But I have a poll. If you click over on the community tab, there's a poll there. Do you want me to start with the prequel, Crisis Core, or go straight into Final Fantasy VII? So far, we got 3 votes, 2 for Crisis Core, 1 for 7. So make sure you put your vote in. 7's the original 7. It's not the remake because they haven't completed the remake yet. And so I'm a story kind of streamer. I want to complete the story before we move on to something else, So with the remake, it's not completed yet, so I can't really do that. So we're going to play the original. And I do a lot of retro games anyway, so it kind of adds that nostalgia. Anyways, so make sure you vote. When we finish 5, at the moment, looks like we're going to play Crisis Core first. I've only played it a little bit. I got the PSP emulator version already, but I know they came out with a remastered version on PC. So I've also considered maybe getting that one as well. So we'll see. All right, so what happened last on Dragon Age Origins? Well, we went into the village Haven, and we found Brother Genitivi, and we went to a ruin, and he was, like, expecting the ruin while we were looking for the Urn of Ashes. We found the Urn of Ashes. We killed a dragon. We brought the ashes back to Arl Eamon, and saved him. He's good now. He wants to have everybody basically meet and say, hey, Alistair's the actual true king. He needs to be the king, and Loghain needs to step down, kind of thing, and we all need to join together to fight the Darkspawn and the Blight. So that's kind of on hold. In the meantime, we need to go to Orzammar and finish with the treaties there. We got several other like side quests. We did pick up Shale, who's a golem. We met with a merchant who had this control rod, and he told us about the golem in the village. We went to the village, and the village was being attacked by Darkspawn, and Shale was there, but he couldn't move. And you rescue some of the villagers, and you find out the one's father was like a mage or something who was dabbling in blood magic. Seemed like he was getting the okay to do it in secret by the archmage in the tower, which is kind of suspicious, you know. Might have to go see if he says something different. And he created Shale, and he was also messing around. Excuse me, goodness. Messing around with a demon. And he ended up dying, and nobody went down in that basement. It looked like a dungeon, you know. Nobody went down in that basement until the village got attacked by the Darkspawn. We had to save the mage's granddaughter from the demon, who looked like a kitty and was trying to possess her. It was a desire demon, is what it is. So we did that, and you know they are happy and left and whatnot. We got Shale. Shale actually killed the guy's dad, I guess. But Shale was kind of getting tired of being used as a slave and all this kind of crap. He was kind of mistreated, so you know. I don't know how often we'll use them. I kind of have my select group, and you know, it'd be different if you had constant random battles that you could play around with characters, but for the most part, most battles are like story oriented. I mean, I guess you could go into the place, fight a couple battles, and walk out. I guess you could do that, but it's not like Final Fantasy where you can walk back and forth, fight, walk back and forth, you know, and fight. You're limited on how many fights are in this game, which is kind of unfortunate. I wish they would have done something better there, you know. Had at least a couple battlefields or something that were always respawned, you know, on the map that were specific for you wanted to try out different characters. Let's see here. We are sort of trying to romance with Morrigan because that does affect the ending. There's a ending if you are romanced with her. And it's kind of fitting because as you play the other Dragon Age games, that ending seems to sort of be a part of the other Dragon Age games. So
I await your command.
We haven't had the option to kiss yet.
We are in camp, so 'tis as good a time as any.
I'm not exactly sure why. Let's see. I mean, she's kind of up there. We have to be maxed out in order to do that. The approval, 41 warm. Party member approval changes based on plot decisions or gifts. High approval provides combat bonuses and possible romance options, while low approval may lead a party member to desert you. You could always see if he's got more gifts that she could possibly get.
Are you sure I can't interest you in this hat? A pair of earrings, perhaps? A cheese knife?
I have a cheese knife, thank you.
I'm sure you'll be pleased with the goods my boy and I have collected, and with your discount.
See, I have a cheese knife. That's crafting. Let's see here. That's a gift. I don't think she would like a gold necklace. Is that the only gift they have? Grey Warden hand puppet, a stick. I'm sure the dog would like that. Hey, these are all free. This is like a voodoo doll of Alistair. Let's see here. We can take some of these. Protective cone. I don't think the dog would like that. Ugly boots. Scented soap. Butterfly sword. Chastity belt. Dressed in strawberries and sugar cream icing, simple pound cake is perfect pick-me-up at the end of a long day, and he's got 50 of them. Thoughtful gift. Say the thought that counts, and this gift is always sure to please. So that's telling me these probably increase your companion's approval of you regardless. This probably does the opposite. Yay, more hot dragon action. How have you been? I've been doing pretty good. Hope you've been doing pretty good. Alright, let's see here. We'll start with Alistair.
I could get used to this, you know.
Wow! He's at max. I appeared to have 2 of those. I can't really...
Great. Super. Thanks.
Oh, he didn't like that. You want to let me give him this? I made him happy, then pissed him off. Forgot my coffee when I left for work, so not that great of a start. Oh, shit. I'm sorry.
Oh, thank you. That's very nice. Oh, thank you. That's very nice.
That's a wonderful thought. I don't know what to say.
You can play it. But I can't. That's why it's still there. Okay. Put it on their hotbar. Alistair Doll. She's bound to love this one.
I am grateful. 'Tis thoughtful indeed.
She plays with it too. Oh, Lord.
A generous gift. Thank you ever so much.
And summon a memory. Guess she likes the Grey Warden puppet too. Dog automatically loves you.
I am impressed. My thanks. Do you expect me to carry this for you?
Well, I pissed him off.
You have my thanks. You have my thanks.
Not easy to
You have my
please him.
thanks.
Yeah, I don't know why you're trying to get his favor so much. Aren't you still trying to kiss with Morrigan? Better target for random gifts. The dog just enjoys licking the blood off your face. Yeah. Alistair sucks, yeah. But you see, when you make them like you, they get new abilities. So I guess in a sense it is
You and your friends are
good
formidable
to get their
folk,
approval.
indeed. It's good to have you along on the road. I'm sure you'll be pleased with the goods my boy and I have collected, and with your discount.
You get them to hate you, it's almost as much fun. Well, from what they said, if they hate you enough, they'll leave you.
Oh, thank you. That's very nice. Oh, thank you. That's very nice.
I shall treasure it. Thank you.
You have my thanks. You have my thanks. You have my thanks. You have my thanks.
I'm to keep this, am I? Fine. I'm to keep this, am I? Fine. I'm to keep this, am I? Fine.
Maybe they'll hit harder. Fight better.
Tis a curious thing. I do not know how else to describe it.
What? Is something wrong?
No, nothing is wrong. is a little embarrassing to admit, in fact. I am reminded of our first meeting in the wilds. I had been in animal form for some time, watching your progress. I knew immediately that you were far more formidable than the other men you traveled with. I found you intriguing. Yet I resented it when Flemeth assigned me to travel with you. I assumed that, at best, you would drive me from your company as soon as we left the wilds.
Why would I do that?
I am aware that I have little talent for forming friendships, to put it lightly. 'Tis something I know nothing of, nor ever thought I needed. Yet when I discovered Flemeth's plans, you did not abandon me. Whatever your reasons, you fought what must have been a terrible battle without hope of real reward.
Because I'm your friend or because I need you here? Because I'm not sure how else, they're going to respond after you select. Saying I need you here could possibly mean I need you here as more than a friend. But then they could also say, because I need you here because I need your powers. I don't really care about you. Or you could say, I did it because I'm your friend. And they're like, I care about you. Or I'm just your friend. This is the problem with dialogue options.
And that is what I do not understand. I have been with men physically, those who lusted after me and even professed love, but friendship with a man? I did not know it was even possible. Tell me, could there ever be anything more between you and I? Have you ever considered it?
I have, yes.
And what about now? We could be together, you and I, as more than friends, if you wished it.
I do wish it.
As do I.
Goodness gracious. We're going to have an intimate moment. All they show. Just underwear scenes. Meanwhile, everybody in the camp's watching.
I see the stories they tell of Grey Warden endurance are not exaggerated.
Wow. Oh, there are stories.
Indeed there are. The unanswered question, of course, is whether the endurance exists because of the taint within you, or because the Grey Wardens are by nature so very healthy. I enjoy the thought that 'tis a little of both. Natural prowess, driven by a darker side.
So what now?
That is entirely up to you. Simply know that I have no designs on your independence. I wish only to do what I desire, and if that coincides with what you desire, then so be it. And should you decide not to continue our misadventure, then so be it. Very simple, is it not?
But to be honest, who didn't take that same route? Don't lie, you all did it. Ain't in you. And what about love? Does that enter the...
Oh, now you ruin the mood by speaking profanities. Silly man. Come then, let us be off before the others begin to stare.
Ah, I pissed her off. I can always give her another gift. Got, oh, I used it all. All right. I'll imagine Love Morgan hates that kind of talk. Yeah, I know. She's like Wednesday Addams, an adult version.
Yes.
Going back to camp. Just kind of curious about. Alright, so he's got warrior abilities. Then he's got his abilities. Yeah. You really need more coffee. Interesting, that one doesn't say anything about... Oh, yeah, it does. Friendly fire possible. It's a shame we can't, like, have all of them in the party. You know, there's plenty of room down the screen.
Yes.
Indeed.
Indeed.
Bring them all. Okay, where are we supposed to go next? I didn't even think about it. Well, let's go back to Soldier's Peak. We put some stuff in store. Oh, it became an actual sword. Holy shit. $17. Less critical chance, more armor penetration, a little bit more strength. You get another 1.5 of armor penetration, 12 attack, low morale. Rainbow power attracts butterflies. Low morale do. He's like waving.
What can I do for you, Warden?
You were like waving. I thought you wanted something. Alright, let's see him play with the puppet. You ready?
Yes.
What the hell? Buried in the snow? Why not stand up and play? Watch Alistair. I like that one. What are you looking at? This seems like you should be able to go in there.
I wish to ask a question of you.
Go ahead.
I wish to know your opinion of love.
My opinion.
You and I have been intimate, for one. We have been close for some time now. You are impressive in many ways, and you even protected me from Flemeth without hope of reward. I feel anxious when I look upon you. I dislike this sense of dependency. 'Tis a weakness I abhor. If this is love, I wish to ascertain that you do not feel the same.
Don't answer finally, love. Yeah. Okay, no, I certainly don't love you.
Good. Yes, that is good. That will make this much easier. Say it again for my sake, if you please. I don't love you.
Love you?
Yes. That is much better. This is how it should be. You will not regret this. It will make it easier in the end. Trust me. Now, let us return to the task at hand.
He disapproved. I don't think we were supposed to answer that way. And there's no going back. What? Yeah, exactly.
What comes, my friend? We are hardly alone, so privacy is not an option. It is your question, however. Ask what you will. Crap. Well, as long as it doesn't affect
the ending that I want to get. Drops his defense a little bit. Raises attack. Oh, is it a two-handed sword? Looks kind of cool. Yeah, it's a great sword. That would explain why it was stronger. Look at the butterflies. It's got some serrated right here. Some chips. Look kind of neat, but I'm not exactly built as a two-handed player. Journal. Gotta go into the alienage, I believe, for these two. 'Cause I've been all over Dinram and haven't found nothing. Gotta have better stealing. That one. Places of power. I think I need to go to the deep roads for that one. And Orzammar for the other one. I gotta go to the alienage, can't get in there yet. Frostback Mountain. I think I did Samuel and Lyson. Furnace. I thought I had done all 5, unless one is in the alienage. Gotta go to Orzammar and try to get the dwarves on our side. We have the history of Soldier Peak, one final clue, which I'm not exactly sure that is or how to get it. Go to the tower and talk to the archmage. Says if he says anything about that mage over in village Chow was. Probably not. First enchanters.
Welcome back, friend. You'll be glad to learn that the circle is well on its way to recovery. You've already done much for the circle. Now you must see to your duty as a Grey Warden. I wish you well.
Nope, doesn't say anything. I didn't think you would, but
be welcome here.
I don't know if it was me, I would totally come and question, hey, you allowed somebody to practice blood magic? Want to explain yourself? And see, Frostback Mountains are here. So you would think Tornus would be somewhere in here. What will we have?
The ducks.
A fight with Red Cliff soldiers on our side. We have a ogre over there. I can't quite get to. Have her do that, and then geez.
Yes.
Like, why does she have to do that?
That all you got?
Master Warden unlocked. All right, Liliana, I want you to switch to bow. Boom. Start shooting the ogre.
Left to go.
They're going to finish him off. Ogre. Lightning.
On it.
Ah, shit. Oh, he died anyway. Get up and fight. Why is there nothing there? Okay.
Our Leman sends his regards, Warden. We're trying to keep. Our Leman sends his regards, Warden. We're trying to keep the roads clear and.
Why are you quiet?
Our Leman sends his regards, Warden. We're trying to keep
Okay.
the roads clear and safe.
Grab pumpkin.
It is begun.
Our Leman sends his regards, Warden. We're trying to keep the roads clear and safe.
Well, isn't that nice? Onward. Alright, so this was the village of Haven where all the cultists were, and it looks like we got an enemy waiting for us up here.
Danger approaches.
Oh, why am I hurt?
I am ready.
1 minute. Guard.
I am armed.
Not gonna give me nothing. Pretty sure I killed him the last time I was here. We'll kill him again. People over there that weren't there before. By the way, don't fret about Morgan. You'll have plenty of time to woo her. Yeah.
You consign these remains to the cleansing flames. Though the body perishes, the spirit endures. Beloved Andraste, accept the spirits of our brothers and sisters. Purify them in your fire and make them whole again. Lift them up to stand beside you in
it's
our
him,
Maker's Hall.
the one who defiled the
moment
temple.
Of silence now.
Murderer!
For our lost
May
fellows.
Andraste strike you down!
We consign these remains to the cleansing flames. Though the body perishes, the spirit endures. Beloved Andraste, accept the spirits of our brothers and sisters. Purify them in your fire and make them whole again. Lift them up to stand beside you in our Maker's halls. A moment of silence now for our lost fellows.
Do you have any tales of the wilds?
None of the sort you like. No princesses in tall towers or knights throwing themselves at whole armies.
That's not all I like.
Tales of the chastened wilders who dwell in the marsh. Do you want to hear of the slow deaths they inflict on their enemies? Perhaps a tale of the poisonous creatures of the wilds that lay their eggs on your skin so their young may eat you alive when hatched? Or a tale of my mother's marsh cuisine? That, in my opinion, is the most terrifying of all my tales.
No, I don't want to hear about those things.
Then I have no tales for you.
We have nothing you'd want. Please go.
It is begun.
Well, the store hasn't reopened yet. Even leather boots. You can't even. Will be better though. 34. What's she at now? She's at 32. So she goes up a little. Still hadn't cleaned up the corpse yet.
As you say.
I'm not for sure where that guy is. He's supposed to be in the mountains somewhere. We're going to go to Redcliffe and we're going to talk to the, was it Blackstone regulars? See if anything's completed. Wow, the load times between rooms is so much faster than PlayStation 3 when I played it. Yeah, there was a issue with memory leak and stuff, at least on the PC version. And I had to like install a patch or something. So I think that probably helps them too. I think I originally played this on the Xbox 360.
Good to see you again.
Oh, you're a mage. Where the hell's the Blackstone guys? I think they're over here. Right here.
Maker's blessings upon you, Warden. Maker's blessings upon you, Warden.
Apparently I haven't completed nothing yet. He's stuck. Had a little trouble getting up over that wood. Speaking of getting stuck on the wood or on the step, sort of a funny story. I don't play a lot of PvP games, but I do play them occasionally. I usually don't stream them because they piss me off lots of times, and I don't think y'all want to sit here and watch me cuss and be pissed and whatnot. But I was playing Escape from Tarkov, which I think will be in beta forever. I don't think they'll ever actually release it. It's been in beta for years, honestly, and they haven't even released all the maps yet. It's not even close to being completed. So I have the suspicion that people will eventually get bored of it, or something else will come out and, you know, basically pull them away from Tarkov before the game's even released. It's going to lose a large percent of its player base simply because it's taking too long to be released. But anyways, I was playing the new map, Streets of Tarkov, and I was running across the street. Somebody started to shoot, and so I was trying to run to cover on the other side of the street, but there was one little problem. For some reason, my character did not step over the curb. He got stuck on the curb and died. And I'm thinking to myself, really? You can't step over the curb? You know, in real life, which, you know, they're striving to make Tarkov as realistic as possible, you would have jumped over that curb. You would have been running and jumping, and you would have been going, you know? So it was kind of funny and stupid at the same time that you got stuck on this tiny little curb, you know? All right, so Blackstone regulars didn't say nothing. Unless it's in this village, if that's counted as part of the Frostback Mountains. It's kind of on the edge where the Kokori Wilds are in the Frostback Mountains. We've been in the Ruined Temple. That's where we got the urn. I don't remember seeing him there. Let's go to the temple, just to see if anything has changed since we've been there. Because Brother Genitivi is supposed to be leading expedition or something here. So let's see if anything. I'm not gonna go too far in. Kind of right here. Not really seeing anything. I'm pretty sure that if anybody came here, I would have already seen them.
I shall do it.
He shall do it. What if the village is still on fire? I still see a little bit of fire. I got that chest. That's the only thing that was up there. I think there was only one door you could actually do. This is where the golem was standing over here. If we can go in there. We've already been all in there. I don't think this guy would be in there anyways. Chicken coop. Dead body. Villager. Only one way in and out of this village. There's pros and cons of that. It can make enemies difficult to get into the village since there's only one way in. But on the same token, if they do manage to break in, you've got no way out. Alright, I'll be right back. All right.
It shall be done.
I can't think of any other place that guy Tornus would be. My only other option at this point in time is up here. Well, it says Frostback Mountains, right? I guess this is part of it down here. That's the only place I can go at this point. Because I did the part here, and we fought Flemeth. Here are the elves over here. Can't go anywhere here because they locked up the alienage. Leave this here. Done with the mage's circle, so it looks like we got to go to the Frostback Mountains. That's the only other option. Let's do it. Now, one period of time, I did try all the different races, to see what their introduction was. And I tend to favor the human noble more. Which, if you choose human, that's the only intro you get. It's the same intro regardless of what class you choose. And unless the mage. I think if you choose a mage, it's a different opening. The Elven opening is kind of depressing. Especially if you choose the one where you're in the alienage. That's depressing. But besides the human, I think I do kind of like the dwarf intro too. There's two different ones you can choose. You can be nobility, or you can be, I guess, like a general person, general dwarf, whatever. But I kind of like that opening too. So. There's a dwarf. What's going on? Bounty. Can't talk to him.
We must go.
Surprise! It's an ambush. Okay. Okay. Let's do this.
Let's finish.
Let's see, you're still standing. We'll switch to you. You targeting.
You will learn to fear.
You look like a mage. Alright, you go attack the mage. Still fighting this dude. You can probably hit him the 3 times. I don't know why you switched. I want you to stay ranged on the ranged fighter. Here, you're going to heal. That's fine.
Enough!
Haha, she said.
It's a good day.
Like he's still alive? Foolish bounty hunters. I'm assuming they were sent by Logain. There's I guess their leader. That was the only one that they said I could talk to. He's got nothing to loot. All right, so what do we have here? We have bridge. Or we could walk around. Nothing special about the bridge.
Are we descending into the underground? The thought of so much rock over one's head is disquieting.
I thought you would like something like that.
I paid a ransom for a trade permit. They can't do this.
May the ancestors protect us all.
There he is. That's the guy I wanted. The deserter. Probably gonna have to kill him, right?
You have some kind of problem.
I'm here on behalf of the Blackstone Irregulars.
Oh? What is this about?
I hear you stole supplies from the guild.
I worried this might happen. I hoped it wouldn't be you who came for me. I have no choice. Forgive me, Warden, but I cannot go back with you. More in—
Ah! There's nobody over that way.
Yes.
Right. Quickly, we must fight.
Now we get our hands dirty.
Away with you!
Let us end this! No mercy!
No quarter shall be
You
given.
shall pay!
No loot? Now he's got loot. It took a moment to load.
Very well.
Field supplies. Frost ring. Have anybody in our party that needs a ring? Oh, well, it's better than what she's got. Let's give her that. Boom. Frost shear.
How am I supposed to live with no crafts to sell? I'll be ruined.
Well, they need us. The gate stays closed, that city starves.
Can I interest you in something? I've got the finest selection of previously owned armor and weaponry this side of Val Royeaux.
Previously owned.
Why pay through the nose for new equipment when you can buy it like new for much, much less?
Let me take a look.
Oh, of course. And remember, everything's covered by Farron's 24-hour lifetime guarantee.
See what we got here. To say I'm not overly impressed. Chevalier's gloves. Knight Commander's plate. A little bit better than what I'm wearing. Have the money for it. Oh, we can sell some. 27. Hmm. What? 32. It doesn't seem like it has any other armor that goes with it. Now we're broke. Yay. You're equipped it yet. And his willpower, spell resistance, that's a good one. Mental resistance, but he's going to lose armor and physical resistance. Hey, looks like a Templar again. Wow. So because of the doll that Morgan used, he is clumsy. They use an injury kit. Yeah. He got injured. Morgan injured him. That's funny. $30, $75, $168. $32.
So I spoke to this hunter the other day, and you know what he says?
The one who talked about all the werewolves?
The very same. Said he saw 'em plain as day. Wonder what he's been drinking.
Saw the hero, Dane, walking beside them too, I expect. With Andraste following behind.
Yeah, most likely.
They need a king to decide who buys clothes? This is ridiculous.
I guess we should actually talk to them.
You heard about the...
Greetings, my lord.
Best be careful. Darkspawn are coming.
I imagine you have already composed a suitable ballad to commemorate the events at Redcliffe, Leliana.
Why would I do such a thing?
What can I do for you?
I have a note here from your master.
This ought to be interesting. Such diction. This man is a true scholar and rhetorician. I am honored to be fired by one such as he. Good day.
Really? He's honored to be fired.
Oh, you wish to talk to me? Truly, it's a courtesy for one so well-armed to notice a lowly merchant.
You live on the surface?
Someone has to. Trade with other races can dry up. We surfacers are Orzamar's lifeline, even if we're denied a caste. The Assembly says we've turned our back on the stone, but they still use the goods we bring. Hypocrites.
That's not right. Someone should do something.
Maybe it'll change by the time my children are grown.
How often do you restock in Orzammar?
Twice a year. I'm confined to a trade stall in the Commons, but I see enough. It's very closed in. My grandfather says I've lost my stone sense. I was born topside. I don't remember having it. Best of luck to you.
You're wasting your time. Only dwarves are allowed
My
into
goods are just
Orzammar.
rotting on their doorstep. I won't just stand here and take this.
Oh, I gotta plug in my mouse. Flashing red. There we go.
Demand an audience with the representative of your king. You insult all of Ferelden with your action. King Loghain will not suffer the delay of his appointed messenger.
We can't talk to them.
Vieta, this land is held in trust for the sovereign dwarven kings. I cannot allow entry at this time.
King Loghain demands the allegiance of the Desher, or lords, or whatever you call them in your assembly. I am his appointed messenger.
I don't care if you're the king's wiper. Orzammar will have none but its own until our throne is settled.
Of important business in Orzammar.
None more important than mine.
Your business will wait. Orzammar must limit outside influence until the throne is settled. No one gets in.
Have your people retreated like this?
They hide because they are dwarves.
I would challenge any race to fare as well. Our king is dead. Endroni Dukan returned to the Stone Knot 3 weeks ago. The Assembly has gone through a dozen votes without agreeing on a successor. If it is not settled soon, we risk a civil war.
I'm a Grey Warden. This treaty obliges Orzammar to aid me.
The Wardens killed King Cailan and nearly doomed Ferelden. They're sworn enemies of King Loghain.
Well, that is the Royal Seal. That means only the Assembly is authorized to address it. Grey Warden, you may pass.
You're letting in a traitor? And a foreigner? In the name of King Loghain, I demand that you execute this stain on the honor of Ferelden.
Loghain can kiss my ass. That's enough. Raise your blade if you're so tough. Loghain is the traitor who killed King Cailan at Ostagar.
What? Lies and slander! King Loghain will not suffer this. I will not suffer it. I'm his messenger.
Kill each other as you will, but take your sodding fight off my doorstep.
Oh, we get to kill
More
this
enemies.
whiner. I want the leader. Let's see.
Right then.
I am your death! Begin the honor. Another battle, I see.
They were not very strong messengers.
It shall be done.
You've done me a service. That fool Imrek was barking for a week. Are all humans so touched? You are free to enter Orzammar, Grey Warden. Though I don't know what help you will find.
Seek out the steward.
Fair journeys, Warden. Show some pity for a poor old man. If only you had come at a less troubled time. Spare a few bits for an old man. Spare a few bits for an old man.
I would if the game would allow me.
If only you had come at a less troubled time.
May the ancestors protect Branka, wherever she is.
It is begun.
May the ancestors look kindly upon you.
Show respect, Surfacer. You're in the Hall of Heroes, home to the best of us.
Figures are quite grand indeed.
Paragons, dwarves who achieve such greatness, they're considered ancestors even if they yet walk among us. If only we had one now. A unifier. A voice like that, there would be no dissension.
Perhaps I can help.
Perhaps I don't want you to. A surfacer should not see us in this kind of disarray. Goodbye, Warden. I hope you're not needed.
So, you met this sibling of yours?
Half-sister, but yes.
And you made a promise to help her?
Yes.
Why would you do such a thing? This woman is a parasite who will appreciate nothing you do. You know this.
It's moments like this when I truly appreciate the difference between you and me.
It is moments like this when I truly wonder at the difference between you and a toadstool.
Toadstool.
It is the Assembly who makes a king, and a king who nominates his successor. None of it is carried in the blood.
Or, as now, when someone tries using the Assembly to pull a coup. Who's to say what my father said in his final hours, when the usurper Harrowmont was the only one by his side?
I'll have you thrown in prison.
You've bitten off more than you can chew!
Handlers, separate these dashers in the Diamond Quarter. I will not have Balin incite a riot.
You not speak that way about the man who should be king!
Well, hello.
Vieta, surfacer. I'm bid to let you walk the commons, but keep your place. Warden or not, I want order.
Blight's coming and I need Orzamar's assistance.
Surface problems. Well, we have no king to hear you. You can join the shouting at the assembly in the Diamond Quarter if you want. Bunch of Desher lords bickering over sand. Balin, Harrowmont. Is one so different? No paragons here.
And like Balin and Harrowmont are the ones to talk to.
They've caged themselves for fear of each other. As you've seen, keeping order down among us working people is dodgy. No place for a proper lord. Balin speaks through his second, Vartag Gavorn, in the assembly. Lord Harrowmont speaks through Dulin Ferender from his estate.
Mention paragons?
Surfacers appoint no paragons? Truly, you're lost in all that sky. They are the best of us, declared living ancestors. If you must be our warden, at least know us. Go to the Shaper of Memories in the Shaperate, the true bright spot in the Diamond Quarter.
The city function like this?
See, that's why I don't want you surfacers seeing our worst. You'll think that's all we are. The market is thin, but busy, and the tavern never closes. Bad blood is usually kept to the proving. Should toss Balin and Harrowmont in there. Sort this all out in a hurry.
Proving.
Personal battles for honor and ancestor. I don't expect a surfacer to understand. If you must be our warden, at least know us. Go to the Shaper of Memories in the Shaperate, the true bright spot in the Diamond Quarter. Yes, you should.
We are honored to serve you, Grey Warden.
Alright, you guys can stay here.
Welcome to Jannar Family Armorers. I must say, you look like our type of people. Looking for a new set of mail. At Jannar's, we have everything from leather to platinum.
Know anything about what's happening with the king?
I stay out of politics. It's not good for a smith to get the attention of those who grant vendors licenses. Lord Harrowmont's a fair man. My father did business with him, and he always paid on time. But the Idukans have served us well. If it is the ancestors' wisdom to keep them on the throne, I cannot object.
Part of the Smith caste?
Aye, for 100 generations. My father made his name by inventing a fall and tacit, which were integrated into the cuirass. But, I'm guessing by your face, you're not a smith yourself.
Let's see what's in your
Of course. Keep in mind, we also take items on trade.
Not that I got a lot of money. But we'll see what you got.
It has begun.
See, we came from there.
And I'm sorry. Did you have an offering for the ancestors? Although, I can't imagine your ancestors reside in the stone.
Who are you?
My name is Vilda, widow of Turok of the Smith caste. I pray here every day for my son, Ruck. I only wish I knew whether I should be asking for his safe return or for the ancestors to accept his soul.
What happened to him?
It was 5 years ago. He was only a youngster. He joined a Deep Roads excursion, the only smith to go with the warriors to repair their arms. He was so proud, but he got separated somehow. When they came home, he wasn't with them.
Did anyone go after him?
The captains don't want to lose anyone searching for stray men. Too many were taken by Darkspawn that way.
You shouldn't abandon him. I'll look for him if you want.
How? There is no way except to brave the deep roads yourself.
A Grey Warden, that's what we do.
A warden? So you could do it. Only wardens face the deep roads without a company backing them. Oh, thank you. The ancestors finally heed my prayers. Please, find me as soon as you return.
It's about time the Darkspawn started attacking the surface. They bothered us for far too long.
Watch out for that puddle of whatever it is.
Topsiders? Good. Get some outside gold in here. Calm people down. Make them think we should open the gates for good. The more cracks in the old way, the better. That's what Balin stands for.
Your allegiances to this Balin is clear. Why?
Not your business, but I see where the gold is. He's the traditional pick, yet he wants a new way, whether some like it or not.
Some say Balin killed his father.
Just as many say Harrowmont. Neither are paragons, and the scales being equal, I go with the promise of more trade.
You approve of this chaos?
Can't find ore without splitting some stone. My investments are solid, I'll be fine. The Assembly has done us a favor. They've shown just how loose the sand is under our feet. It opens people to change.
Blight is coming. Orzammar can't be divided.
Orzammar will decide what we can or can't be. Blight may be imminent on the surface, but our warriors are well seasoned against Darkspawn. There will be topsiders left for trade. There's no end to you.
Let's see what you have.
I'll take your gold. You're good for that.
Maker's blessing on you, brother.
His divine spirit always lights your way.
Ah, it's a great pleasure to meet a fellow believer. I'm Brother Burgle of the Red Cliff Chantry, returned to my ancestors' land to spread the chant of light.
Even in the very bowels of the earth, we hear no end of this chant.
And that is something to rejoice in, good sister. I'm petitioning to open a chantry in Orzammar.
Don't dwarves worship their ancestors?
There is resistance. It's obvious the world wasn't created by the mortal souls who dwelt within it. Yet the dwarves of Orzammar persist in worshipping their own forefathers.
Well, good luck with that.
Never mind. The Shaper of Memories has refused me so far. I thought perhaps with another advocate... Well, if you have a change of heart, let me know.
Should we help him?
Maker's blessing, brother. I never expected to see you back. Is there something you seek? I can see the Maker's hand on your shoulder, guiding you always.
If this Chantry could help just one person as much as it helped me, it's worth any trouble.
Please, let me know as soon as you've heard anything.
Go to the tavern.
I tried Dwarven Ale once. I thought it was just something they tricked surfacers into drinking, as a joke.
Ah, someone puked here. Barmaid, clean that up.
Atrust Vala, stranger. You must be the Grey Warden we heard about. Welcome to Tapsters. I'm Cora, your hostess. How may I serve you?
I'd like to hear about the city.
So you come to Tapsters? I guess you're not asking for anything official, or you'd be at the Shaperate. But I can certainly give you a mole's eye view.
Any place I should see while here?
The nobles stay upstairs, except when they're slumming. You'll find the assembly there, the palace, the Shaperate, and plenty of estates. Down from here is just Dust Town or the mines, so my recommendation is avoid. It's not part of the city, just some old tunnels where the casteless build their nest. No one goes there if they can help it. But if you want fun, your best bet is the Proving. With 52 types of ale, 17 types of mead, and a dozen imported wines, we should be able to serve your needs. What do you have?
How much is that going to cost me?
Someone's feeling generous. A round of Valentus Red for everyone. This, my friend, is the Paragon of Ales. The best your money can buy. Enjoy.
1 silver and 2 copper.
I'll miss old King Endrin. He was a good man.
Afternoon, stranger. You looking for a stool to share a brew?
Who are you?
Name's Naveen. I fight with Prince Balin's expeditionary field unit. Yourself?
Rufus, Grey Warden.
Figured as much. Good folks, Wardens. I was in the deep roads when that one came by. What was his name? Dukan, Dunka... something like that.
You Duncan?
I met him, sure. Good man. Solid. He knows what we go through in the deep roads. Not many do. Not even the ones who live this close. You have to be on the front lines.
Work for Balin?
I go where I'm sent, fight when I'm there, and leave politics where it belongs.
Who's your unit fighting?
Darkspawn. Not much use in turning our weapons elsewhere while those vermin still live.
Never been in the deep roads.
Every Grey Warden ends up there. That's where they send you when you're ready to leave this world. Go die in the dark, putting away as many vermin as you can. Getting more crowded these days, though. Lots of people interested all of a sudden. We go back tomorrow, and we're not the only ones.
Who else is in the deep roads?
Lord Harrowmont's got his own men there, all looking for signs of Bronca. Guess the city's getting to miss having a paragon. Everyone wants someone to put in charge.
Who's Bronca?
Bronca was a paragon, some kind of great smith or whatnot. But she went batty and let her whole house into the deep roads more than 2 years ago. No chance she could have survived. And a lot of good men are gonna die looking for her corpse. Excuse me. This brew is starting to taste awful bitter.
In dwarven vaboragas vi kapelnathag. And in the Risha Saradrva den Wimedwa.
Clearly, that person is drunk.
Told him I don't. Lord Dennick Helmy, honored Desher of the Orzammar Assembly, and terrible disappointment to my esteemed mother, who doesn't like me spending time in taverns. You understand what I'm saying, right? On the surface, there are no castes, and it works fine. Am I right, Warden?
Things are hardly equal on the surface.
But there are those like you who see this with concern, no? Well, I've taken the time to actually talk to the other castes. You know, most smiths and tavern keeps would make decent deshers if we gave them a chance and a seat in the assembly. Orzammar are so mired in tradition, no one bothers asking if the castes are even necessary.
Does the caste system work anyways?
Badly. Oh, you're serious? Well, it's simple, I guess. The king and elected deshers of the assembly are at the top. Then it's the nobles. Then the warriors and all the craftsmen. At the bottom are servants. The casteless and criminals are below even that. Your caste is determined by that of your same-sex parent. And that's where you stay your whole life, whatever your skill.
So you get to vote on the next king.
Me and 79 other fine, upstanding examples of how someone who's born into every privilege inevitably wants more. They're not fond of my views on equality.
Who are you voting for?
I doubt either candidate has been outside the Diamond Quarter in his life. But Lord Harrowmont seems a bit more forgiving. Prince Balin's brilliant, I'll give him that, and subtle as sin. But I don't think anything in Orzammar matters more to him than winning. As you wish.
They're everywhere! I can't take it! What? Get away! You'll change like the rest! Monsters hidden in all my friends!
What are you talking about?
They follow you. Once you are in the story, they possess your friends and follow. See? I found copies. All from the same pen, and older than the ones in song. Dormant my arse. Take them. I want out. I won't disappear chasing a lie. I won't.
Let's see here. Orzammar. We go to the deep roads already. We have to do other things first.
Very well.
Why do the poor not rise up against their betters? This I never understood.
Especially when there's more poor. Numbers are greater.
We must not exhaust our supplies.
Oh, we got thugs.
Be careful! Now we get our hands dirty. You will learn to fear me.
Shall be done.
Back! Take a preserver! Let's make this quick! Again.
Alistair went up a level. Oh, let's see. More dexterity for that. The 1+ armor would make the 2.25 3.25. Make it higher. That would be 370 versus 375. Fire resistance versus dodge. the added effects, it's like it's hard to decide on armor and whatnot. Because the armor's better, but then you're going to lose the willpower and the spell resistance and all that too. And I'm honored to be screwed over, my lord.
Who are you? You don't look like any guardsman I ever saw, and that's not much of a uniform.
Rufus, the Grey Warden.
Oh, you looking for a chance to bring in some coin? Could be I have that opportunity. Especially for someone with a few connections above ground.
Have to hear what you're asking.
No offense, but your kings have some laws that don't make sense in a practical kind of world. Like about who gets to buy and sell lyrium. The sacred gift the stone provides us to show her love. No law should regulate that. The laws are meant to keep mages away from the stuff, so there's always buyers in the Circle Tower. I got one man named Godwin. He's expecting a delivery of his stone's weight. You want an investment opportunity? I could see fit to, say, sell you that lyrium instead, at the reasonable price of 50 sovereigns. You can keep it, or, since you can travel freely from here, sell it to Godwin, who you know is buying. And if you bring back his return order, I could pay you, say, 20 sovereigns as a finder's fee. I don't think so. Boys!
We must
not...
Smugglers.
Watch your house out! We've done well!
Cut off his head. This dude, he got stuck through the wall. Ain't going.
Whoever you're looking for, it's not me, I swear.
What are you looking for? We got nothing to buy for the likes of you. Or maybe you wanted to sell.
Doesn't look like a store.
Well, our business is kind of covert, if you know what I mean. It's illegal in Orzammar for me to engage in protected trade, but they look the other way if I share things with my friends. For money. Why don't you take a look?
Let's see. Yana. Weak. Equal, but doesn't have the effects. Weak. Nope. Nope. No. Manual for bards.
I shall do it.
Your clothes are so fancy. Did you get them topside?
Yes, it did.
My mam used to say they don't got no stone to protect them topside. If I go up there, I'm gonna fall into the sky.
It doesn't happen.
Yes. When my dad left, he never came back. Who's to say he didn't fall up, eh? Don't fall into the sky when you go back up there.
Okay.
Well, look at that. It's not often old Nadezda sees a fine-dressed stranger here in Dust Town. Help a poor cripple.
Here, 5 silver.
Well, thank you truly, my lord. That's right good of you. It takes a stranger to notice how bad things are, huh? No dwarf would lift a sodding finger. Excuse my language. What takes you out of the diamond quarters, stranger? You got a vice you're looking for old Nadezda to fill?
How'd you get crippled?
I'd say it was an accident, try to get some sympathy coin, but you look like you'd rather hear the truth. I was running protection for the Carta when some guardsmen caught me. Duster I was with had coin for a bribe, but I took a stand. Guardsmen broke my sodding kneecaps and had me kneel in dung until the infection set in. Never healed proper.
I don't have any problem standing. It's a Carta.
Well, now I know you're not from here. The Carta's who runs Dust Town. Jarvie has got her boys everywhere. They tell you, and you jump, because they're the only ones with the coin and the steel to get whatever they want.
Tell me about Dust Town.
It's pretty much as you see it. The raw stone where the casteless live, because we're not welcome elsewhere. You're born to wear a branded face in Orzammar, and you'll live your life in Dust Town.
You mean by brand?
Means you don't exist. It tells everyone who sees you not to work with you, not to serve you, and not to care if you're hurt. The Deep Lords burn it into us the day we're born, so no one accidentally oversteps her place.
Huh.
If you have that kind of coin, Salroka, you don't want to drink what they've got here. Take yourself up to Tapster's. Long as your face isn't branded, they've got anything you want. I'll just stay out of your way then.
Vicious door, it's locked. Dr. Herf.
Spare? Have you a coin to spare, my lord? It's for my son. He's sick. He hasn't any clean clothes to wear or anything to eat today. Neither have I.
Here's 5 silvers.
Thank you. That a stranger would care so much when my own family barred me from their halls unless I'm willing to. But no! I can't bear to even think of it!
Does your family want you to do?
My son's father is casteless, as is he. I used to be a minor, but my parents stripped my caste and refused to accept me back. Unless I agree to abandon the child in the deep roads and pretend I never bore him.
You're a minor, why would your son be casteless?
In Orzammar, lineage is traced through the child's same-sex parent. Had my baby been a girl, she would have been a minor like me. But as a boy, my son is considered tainted forever by his father's seed.
Is there any other solution?
Yes. I can become casteless with him, which is what I've done. Others have raised children like this, right? Begging for change, sleeping in doorways?
Can't you take your son to the surface?
I thought about that. They say there's no caste up there. That humans don't care about lineage. I've never met a surfacer, though. I thought it might not be safe.
It will be hard, but you can make a life there.
I'm not afraid of hard work. Only of being somewhere with no chance to do it. If it gives my son a chance to live, I will go. Thank you, stranger, for opening my eyes. Perhaps I'll see you next in the light of the sun.
Well, can't open that regardless. Door appears to be made of solid stone. There's no visible means of opening it. On closer inspection, there's a small slot concealed in a fold of the stone just big enough for a finger. You see nothing but blackness. Sure, we'll probably come back to that. Plum's house. Reach the end as far as we can go. Buddy here, huh? Don't really need it. Oh, don't.
It shall be done.
Alright, I guess we're going back this way. We'll come back to that. Locked. We can't go in there.
I knew I should have stuck to common nugs. I've gone and lost them too. I'll never find them the way they skitter.
Common nugs? I don't like those. They look dirty.
No way I'm going back to that supplier in Dust Town. Guess I'm shutting it down.
Things dangerous?
You gotta boil them before roasting, but otherwise no, safe as sand. Some people swear they make good pets. May as well leash a turnip, I say.
If I see any nugs, I'll send them your way.
Good on you, stranger. Only need one to turn this around.
Excuse me, do you have a moment? You look like you're not from around here.
Oh, what made you think that? Yes, you could say that.
Oh, wonderful. I've been trying forever to find someone who really knows the surface world. I don't suppose you've heard of something called the Circle?
Circle of Magi?
I've been trying to reach someone there for years. I've sent missives with every caravan, but I never get a reply. I want to know if they would accept me for study.
You want me to ask them?
That would be wonderful. My name is Dagna, daughter of Janar of the Smith Caste. Tell them I've already begun reading the Tevinter Imperiums for Tikum Kadab, and it's just fascinating. Did you know the Imperial Magister Lords once had genealogies of every human family known to produce a mage child?
She's so enthusiastic and adorable. I'm glad we're helping her.
Oh, I'll go pack my bags right now. I'll be waiting by my father's shop.
Okay.
Greetings, and welcome to Garen Garrison's luxury goods shop. Wow, there are a lot of you. And I've never seen one of those before. The things they come up with. What was I saying?
Look at my shop,
right.
I hope.
Yeah, I have some lovely things here. Lyrium enhanced, of course.
Wow, that one's 148. Well, that'd be a good one to have if I had 87 gold. Diamond quarter. I'm not sure I want to go there just yet. Does a nug even look like? Found where the deep roads are. He said something about Dust Town. Get some. We're at the deep roads, so let's go ahead and do that. Mother's Hope.
Hey, what's down there?
There's a nug. Alright. They probably won't let me in the deep roads, but we'll see here in a minute.
Go on, I'm out of the nug game. Got nothing to sell.
Got a nug for you.
Saraka, I'm back in the game, such as it is. I don't have much besides gratitude, but find a bunch more of these and I'll toss you whatever I found.
What's this? A human? Did we make these tunnels tall enough for humans? I'm sorry, but I cannot allow you past the front lines without Adesh's permission. And I've heard nothing of any new patrols scheduled to leave today.
You let me pass?
Into the deep roads? Not without a full unit of soldiers to back you, my friend. Or Adesh's permission to risk yourself. Orzammar can't afford to lose its citizens or honored guests on casual visits to the deeps.
Are Darkspawn the only dangers in the tunnel?
Of course not. Down here, you're bound to run into giant spiders, deep stalkers, and other vermin.
Deep stalkers?
Ugly beasts they are. Walk on two legs, but they have the head of a worm and hunt in packs. Watch out. They're not afraid to take on a group their own size.
There are no dwarves past this point?
A few outposts. Legion of the Dead, mostly. Fools that they are. Some scavenger types, too.
Legion of the Dead?
It's an independent company of soldiers. They accept no command but their own. Anyone who can bear arms can join, no matter his crimes. Or sanity. They hold a funeral when they join, and swear their only goal is a glorious death. Alright, for your sake, I hope you've no reason to come here again.
That's the whole reason, isn't it? The whole point? Let's go to the proving first. Whenever there's a squeaking sound, there's a nug nearby.
You're the best wrangler I've ever seen. But there's more out there.
Drunk or not, he has a lovely singing voice. Drunk or not, he has a lovely singing voice. Either your message is behind, or you might be behind on the stream. Are you in the tavern? Got low latency on. We're not in a tavern anymore.
There is one thing I do not understand, Alistair.
Might be talking to the past, yeah.
The one thing.
About you, perhaps. Why the deception over your parentage?
I'd figure you'd be the sort who knows all about deception.
I do. And what use the deception might have had ended when King Cailan perished, did it not?
Maybe. I guess I was sort of hoping that would go away.
The truth does not go away.
Didn't say it was a good plan.
Good day to you.
Is it true all the wardens are dead?
I'm not. Proving. All right.
The Proving Grounds. Bloodsport entertainment for the masses, at its best.
Good day, stranger. Welcome to the Proving Arena.
We're still closed until the fighters make their preparations, but come back this afternoon if you want to watch the show.
What show?
Prince Balin called a citywide proving this afternoon to honor King Endrin's memory. All the best fighters in Orzammar will face each other in sight of the ancestors and win honor for their champions.
Sounds like fun. I'll come back next.
Enjoy our grand city.
All right, Diamond Quarter, it looks like, is where we need to go. Key to the city.
What was that soup you made for supper last night?
Oh, that's a traditional Ferelden lamb and pea stew. Do you like it?
Oh, so it was lamb then. It had a certain texture I don't normally associate with lamb.
They didn't make lamb and pea stew for you in Lothering?
We ate simply there. Whole grains made into biscuits or bread, and vegetables from the garden, cooked lightly. No heavy stews.
Ah, so the last lamb you had was probably cooked Orlesian style. Food shouldn't be frilly and pretentious like that. Now, here in Ferelden, we do things right. We take our ingredients, throw them in the largest pot we can find, and cook them for as long as possible until everything is a uniform grey color. As soon as it looks completely bland and unappetizing, that's when I know it's done.
You're having me on.
You need to eat in more Ferelden inns.
Yeah, that's the one thing between Twitch and YouTube. At Twitch, you just automatically are live, you know, at the live section. Whereas YouTube, sometimes you get behind, and you have to click on live in order to get back where you need to be.
You're the best wrangler I've ever seen, but there's more out there.
All right, we're in the upper crust. Nudie people.
You have come at a difficult time. Orzammar is ailing for want of a king. You have come at a difficult
The
time.
name looked familiar.
Orzammar is ailing for want of a king.
Lord! Sorry, can't talk. A crier's work is never done.
There's Haramont's date. See what he has to say.
Welcome to Lord Haramont's estate.
I heard there was a Grey Warden here. I am Dulan Forrender, second to Lord Harrowmont, King Endrin's own choice as successor. Word is spreading that the surface may suffer a blight. It is shameful we are not in a better position to help.
I have a treaty.
That may be, and that is a terrible risk for the surface. But even if the world would end tomorrow, Lord Harrowmont cannot ignore Balin today. He cannot afford to trust anyone of unproven loyalties.
Huh. I'm not sure which one I like better yet. That's what I was trying to... I want to hear everybody's side here.
You're asking the King of Orzammar to send armies to the surface, but Orzammar has no king and we have no army. Right now, the men who should be fighting Darkspawn are brawling in the street. If this situation is not resolved, we face civil war. If you want Lord Harrowmont's time now, you'll have to prove you have no intention of turning against him later. If you wish to show you have no loyalty to Balin, then work against him in Harrowmont's name. Balin is hosting a proving today, supposedly to honor his father's memory. The Deshers take it very seriously, and unfortunately, Balin found some way to blackmail or intimidate House Harrowmont's best fighters into stepping down. That would be enlightening. Though I hope you won't pry too deeply into things they don't wish revealed. If you wish to show your loyalty, enter the proving as his lordship's champion. With your order's reputation, I've no doubt the ancestors would favor your arm. Balin would never work with anyone who humiliated him in that way. Harrowmont would have no fear of meeting with you then. Then I'm afraid your only choice is to wait until there's a winner. Lord Harrowmont cannot risk his life working with someone of unproven loyalties. If you change your mind, let me know. The proving is this afternoon, and Lord Harrowmont could certainly use you on his side.
It shall be done.
This has dragged on too long. It's an insult to King Endrin's memory. This has dragged on too long. It's an insult to King Endrin's memory.
Lord Harrowmont, said to have kicked casteless in the street. Does he respect none beneath his station?
So, how is it the dwarves have a king? I thought they voted on everything, or something like that.
Must we stand so close to the edge? Can you not feel the mountain directly over our heads?
Be claustrophobic.
As you say.
Thief! Who would dare take from the memories? Warden, I'm outraged. A thief in the Shapered. What have we been reduced to?
You gonna look at him?
I did. He was bald, with the most garish brand across his head. Almost like he took pride in being casteless. Imagine. He's probably in the slums somewhere. As if he'd find a buyer for a stolen tome in Dust Town. They couldn't know the value.
Sorry about that. I didn't really catch what he said.
Disgusting. Someone stole from the Shapered. The memories have never seen such a thing.
You look at him?
Did. He was bald, with the most garish brand across his head. Almost like he took pride in being casteless. Imagine. He's probably in the slums somewhere. As if he'd find a buyer for a stolen tome in Dust Town. They couldn't know the value.
Bald guy right there.
Oh, pardon me. Were you looking for a particular volume? Not that I could really help. I don't know the libraries very well. I'm just doing some research.
What kind of research?
I was looking for something about the Orton Tig. It was lost during the last Blight, and there aren't many records left. They were a noble house once, descended from the Paragon Orton, who composed the grand epic of the Seven Brothers and the Ortonic Symphony. My mother's family believes they were descended from Kalana Orton, who was training in Orzammar when the Tig fell. I'm even named for the house, Orta. Unfortunately, any records would be buried in the Tig's ruins, somewhere in the deep roads.
Grey Warden, I'm not afraid.
A Grey Warden? Mother always said that if anyone could find the Tig, it was the Wardens. I hear Prince Balin and Lord Harrimont have both been sending out small teams these days. Yes, if you can find the Tig in any records, that could do it. That could prove I'm a noble. If you could. Maybe now that you're looking. It's almost too much to hope.
When I last walked this hall, Endrin was king and Orzammar was at peace. The memories often speak of the swiftness with which change overtakes us. But it is different to see it firsthand. I apologize, Warden. I should not burden a stranger with such thoughts. I am Zebor, the Shaper of Memories.
How do you know who I am?
The Grey Warden's visit has been recorded in the memories, along with all who accompany you.
Like your permission to open a chantry here.
That is an odd request, especially for one so new to our city. I thought so. This is not the first time he's made this plea. My answer to Brother Burkle hasn't changed. So I ask you the same. On what basis would you have me insult the ancestors and overturn 2,000 years of tradition?
The Chantry's charities would greatly aid Orzammar.
What sort of charities do you mean? Traditionally, that is their extended family's responsibility, but sometimes people fall through the cracks. Very well, he may hold a prayer meeting as he requested, if not build a new temple to his god. At least the words would come from one of our own. Now, is there anything more?
Tell me of Orzammar's history.
We were a great empire once, outnumbering even humans and elves. We traded with your Tevinter Imperium, and our land stretched as far in the deep roads as theirs did above. Kal Sharok was capital then, but we lost too many battles. We lost our golems, and we lost our territory. Now the Empire is simply ruined tunnels filled with Darkspawn.
What are the deep roads?
They were once our highways beneath the mountains. Now the Darkspawn claim them and few venture there, except your order, who enter the deep roads when they retire, so they can die slaughtering as many Darkspawn as possible.
How'd you lose your golems?
The Paragon Ferelden, a smith of unsurpassed genius, invented the golems. For years they were our weapon against the Darkspawn. One golem is worth a dozen dwarves in battle, but Ferelden's tide is far into the deep roads. When it fell, we lost his secret to creating golems. There are books about it along these walls if you would read more.
Bag.
They are to us what a colony is to surfacers.
Where's Kal Sharok?
At the other side of the old empire. During the last Blight, the kings of Orzammar knew they couldn't hold everything. They sealed the deep roads, abandoning everyone still trapped in far-flung settlements. It was the only way to survive. Kal Sharok is the only other city to outlast the Blight. We only rediscovered them recently, and they still haven't forgiven us.
Talk basic, Orzammar.
I will settle your mind if I can, Warden. Your presence here has been recorded in the memories. I wish I knew what significance it has.
Big library.
It shall be done.
Warden, welcome. It is always a blessing for Orzammar to host your order. I am Vartak Gavorn, top advisor to our good Prince Balin. What news do you bring?
Excuse me.
Why, the rightful ruler of Orzammar. A title he would have greeted you under,
had not subversive elements been plotting against him. He is King Endrin's only surviving son. There is no reason to seek any other to take the throne. Ah, ancient documents indeed. These were signed in the reign of Eithnar Bimo, Paragon and King. That was 16 generations ago. Now the difficulty is that the treaty only compels our king, and we are sadly lacking one of those right now. You must understand, Haramont hides behind his good reputation while sending spies and assassins. Balin can't know who to trust. It's been like a knife in the heart for Balin to see so many of his father's men stand with the usurper.
King Endrin himself supported Haramont.
That hurts worst of all. That Haramont would take advantage of the dying king's delirium to plant such poisonous suspicions against his own son. After that, you understand why Balin cannot trust the word of a stranger, however reputable that stranger might be. Would you be willing to prove that? Haramont has engaged in a campaign of bribery and coercion to ensure that every house serves him. But if a neutral party, a stranger, were to approach certain key members, perhaps with irrefutable evidence of Haramont's deception, I'm certain my Lord Prince would show his gratitude.
Kind of evidence.
Haramont promised the same portion of his estate to two different Deshers, Lady Dace and Lord Helmy. Haramont can't possibly grant it to both of them, but they won't find out until after the vote is cast. I have copies of the promissory notes Haramont gave each of them. Once they see those, they should both reconsider their votes.
Where'd you find the notes?
That's not important. If they ask, say you found them while searching the Shaper's libraries for your treaty.
There's someone you can report them to?
Normally, the Shapers would handle this sort of accusation. They are the scholars who manage our laws, histories, and genealogies. They are the final arbiters of all disputes in Orzammar. Unfortunately, the Shaper of Memories is the most important among them, and his grandfather was Lord Haramont's aunt's first cousin. Obviously, we cannot expect him to offer an unbiased opinion. I guess I can't expect you surfacers to understand the importance of family in Orzammar. The Shaper is biased, and if you want Prince Balin's help, you'll have to show where your loyalties lie. Will you do it? Don't expect this offer to last. If my prince hears you swore allegiance to his enemy, he won't be so friendly next time. I will be here if you change your mind.
All right, guys, I'm going to go ahead and end it here. Which side will we decide on? Are we going to decide on Balin, or are we going to decide on Haramont? I haven't exactly... Nobody's really given me any information about which one is better. There hasn't really been a lot of discussion around town about that. So I'll have to give it some thought. We'll decide tomorrow when we start to stream tomorrow. That'll be the next thing we do. I'm going to give it some thought throughout the day, do a little bit of research on both guys, and then we'll make the decision tomorrow. So I thank y'all for coming and watching. If you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button. If you enjoyed it, please give us the thumbs up, and hopefully we'll see y'all tomorrow. Y'all have a great day.